My name is Christopher Naylor. My son's name is Judge Michael Naylor. My old lady's name, Amy White. There are multiple cases I'm about to hit. Got notes, but I'm going to tell you the bullshit. This all starts in 14th Judicial Circuit here in the great state of Florida, right here in the top 10 most beautiful beaches in the world, Panama City Beach. Let's talk about the trash that actually washed up on these shorelines. Bay County, 2016-184, Delta Papa. That's DP, dependency. Like I said, 14th Judicial Circuit, Bay County. ALJ, Anna Garcia. Magistrate, Shannon Lord. The first one who signed the petition order to take away my son. Brantley Clark. Senior Chief, ALJ Elijah Smiley. Attorney for the Department of Children and Families, Casey Barron. Remember these names. Gardner Latham. Eric Love, attorney. Victoria Maines, DCF CPI. Caller Gil Wolford, Big Bend Community-Based Care. Case Management, Letitia Fleming. Supervisor, Big Bend Community-Based Care. Case Management. These people lie. They fill their shit up with lies. And they went and took my son without a court order, violated the Fourth Amendment rights, stopped me from talking to him, stopped us from not having pictures, phone calls, nothing. Then you want to know what the worst feeling in the world is when Hurricane Michael, a Category 5 hurricane, comes smashing down on this place. You have no idea where your son is. No one told you anything. Everybody just ran at the last minute. And then you have to sit there and wait. Well, almost 2 weeks before you get told, hey, we know where your son is. He's alive, and we got communications up, because there was no cell phone towers out here and wiped them away. I didn't get my first phone call till almost 2 weeks later to hear, hey, your son's okay. Well, when can I see him? Oh, we don't know about that. Because this place looked like a war zone. And everybody forgets what Hurricane Michael looks like. Okay? So that's just that case. And then that ties to the 2019 case, because there's two cases that happened in 2019. That's a dependency case. Let's talk about family law. Family law, dealing with my fiance's ex-husband, who's now a registered sex offender, who did horrible things to kids, including his own daughter. But, that's 2019 DR-66 out of Washington County. Yet again, 14th Judicial Circuit. ALJ, Timothy Register. Russell Roberts, Devin Coyer, all ALJs. The attorney for the father, Christopher Scott. The mother's attorney, which is Amy, was Chad Self. Then the second attorney was Zach Van Dyke. Now, let's go back to the 2016 case. Who was the attorney for my ex-girlfriend in the dependency case? Oh, that's right, Christopher Scott. Christopher Scott represented the ex-husband in the divorce proceeding and represented my ex-old lady in the dependency case. Wonder if they were sharing information. Possible. Very, very sure that shit happened, because it wasn't us just questioning it. Everybody in the dependency case, out of my case, was questioning it. Asked us the direct question, do you think they're hanging out? And people wonder why I became an alcoholic. See this? I had to earn this. I had to earn everything I got. I lost it all, and I got it back. I want you to know I did get my son back. See, this is where we're going to, because here's the next part. In a Holmes County case, 14th Judicial Circuit, 2019, DP02, who is an ALJ, Timothy Register, old Timmy boy. The state attorney, wait, no, there isn't one, but they're quasi-prosecutorial. The Department of Children and Families attorney, Casey Barron, yet again. Gardner Latham, yet again. Eric Love. DCF investigator, Trinity Boston. I allegedly beat up my daughter's, or my fiance's daughter. She calls me dad. And now she admits I never did anything because her father coerced her, forced her, threatened her to lie on me. I've been in and out of jail based on lies. Kept away from my son, my family, my own mother, friends. It's enough to just drive you batty. Oh, wait, or become an alcoholic. I'm a native. So that's my alcoholism is based on a co-occurrence of actually what happened with the trauma that I've experienced in this family law court shit. So let's get into the next case. This is 2023 DP08. This is the dependency case that now, because the father beat up the child that he got in the court action of the family law court, that he loses his shit one day and beats her up. So now she's been removed. That case is 2023-DP-08. Who's the magistrate? Aaron Bauer. Wait, ALJ, Timothy Register, Timmy Boy again. The attorneys for Gardner Latham, Eric Love, Department of Children and Families, fucking Casey Barron again. And we have Olivia Tinsley, case management. Then she gets swapped out for Sydney Adams, supervisor Lisa Turner, and then we have the overall admin of them all, Christy Walters, which then we tie that into a criminal case that dealt with me, but we're not going there. Well, let's go back over here. Now let's talk about my case, 22-709 DR in front of Brandon Young, where it stripped me because I'm an alcoholic and I had been sober for over a year, almost a year at the time when we went in front of him. Actually, no, over a year. I had almost 16 months sober. And he said, well, that concerns me. And he stripped me from a 50-50 father timeshare from the dependency case after all the hell I went through, and the other dependency case, which, by the way, DCF, Casey Barron, in agreement with Eric Love, dropped the domestic violence injunction in the 2019 Holmes County case, 2019 DP2, on their own motion. Wonder why that is. Oh, because they had another dependency case from the actual perpetrator beating up and doing bad things to children. See, they always put the kids with the wrong person. Wrong. Because it's all about the money. Chasing the fucking money. Drive you nuts. So my alcoholism is a co-occurrence of the trauma that I've experienced because of the trauma my children have experienced. My family has experienced. And I've gone through it. This is disgusting what they've done. So now Brandon Young has stripped me from 50-50 to an every other weekend father. And I get him 2 weeks out for the summertime. You want to talk about just absolutely drive you batty? So I've given, out of all these cases, I've given 4. 2 dependency cases, 2 family law court cases. I'm sorry, 5. And then the injunction case. So that's 5 cases with numbers, names. And that's just a limited scope. There's many more players at afoot with all these crimes. Taking away my child without any real reason to in the 2016 case. 4th Amendment violations, First Amendment violations, stopping me from telling him I love him, him saying he loves me, for me to receive that love, for him to receive that love, from our kids being ripped from us. Now all the lies are coming out and they're running scared. So what I tell whoever's getting this, I demand an investigation. My name is Christopher Michael Naylor. I represent the Naylor family. I represent all my ancestors with this right here. With this right here as a firekeeper. It is sacred. This is cherished. My ancestors. Every time I step, I'm held up by 1,000 of them. And so is my family. And myself, my family, and my ancestors demand an investigation. I've given you the information that I have in a very limited scope when there's way more to this whole story. I've just given you a little nutshell full. I demand an investigation. Somebody take this and run and do the correct thing and do it by the Constitution. I'm a United States Navy veteran. My mother's from the Army. My father's from the Army. Yada, 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 down the line. We are vets beyond vets beyond vets. We have served for this country. We have worn a uniform for this country. We have sworn an oath to this country. And I mean it. I will protect it and defend it from everything foreign and domestic that plans on doing harm to it. Our Constitution is what makes us different than everybody in this entire world. I demand an investigation. My name is Christopher Michael Naylor. Get it done.